Well, that didn't work. We're 2 minutes behind. Let's start.
Would please stand and turn to page 20 in the hymns of the Spirit. To God be the glory.
Let the earth
in glory, His face I at last shall see. Will be my joy through the ages to sing of His love for me. And oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. Oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. Oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. Oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. With the ransom and glory, His face I at last shall see. Will be my joy through the ages to sing of His love for me. Oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. Oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. Oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. Oh, how marvelous, oh, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me.
Good to see you out on this Wednesday evening. My ushers would come to receive our offering tonight. While they come, let me just express my sentiments and gratitude for everybody that participated in preparing food for our homecoming. I think we had a wonderful homecoming. If you didn't get enough to eat, that's your fault, because there was enough food for everybody. And it was good. They even had fried chicken. It was real good. Thank you so much for being a part of that. This coming Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, the ladies' ministry will be having their banquet. So keep that in mind. If you are a lady, I don't remember if there's a sign-up sheet in the back or not. Excuse me? There it is. Okay. Starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. So be here if you're a lady. Father, thank you so very much again for your grace, your mercy, your goodness. I thank you, Lord, for one more time that you allowed us to come into this place, this sanctuary, to worship you. Speak to our hearts tonight, Lord, through your word.
Hallelujah.
The way that only you can.
Yes.
Let us know that we're hearing from heaven, not just from a man. And I pray, Lord, that we would take what we hear and do it, apply it, use it in a practical way. I pray, Lord, tonight that as we give, take what we give and bless it and use it for the upbuilding of your kingdom, the extension of your kingdom, so that your name might be glorified. In that song in about 50 years. I love that song. We have a special treat tonight. And everybody said, yay.
Yay.
Bishop Troy Wilhelm's going to be preaching for us tonight. There it goes. That's fun. That's fun. I don't think the live stream tonight. That's pretty good. Oh, well, at least I didn't get that anyway. Come on, Brother Troy. Let me ask you a question while he's coming. How many of you enjoyed our speaker Sunday morning? Yeah, he is. I told you he was a nut.
He's a good nut, though. My thing.
Yeah,
Ricky knows why I did that. But good to have you with us tonight. I'm so glad we've got a student that's going to the MIT right now. So one of the things they tell you is when you do a sermon or something, have 3 points, an illustration, and everything. And I'm going to follow that to the letter tonight. I've got 11 points. And a lot of illustrations. So we're going to have one scripture found in the book of James, chapter 2, verse 26, the last verse of the chapter. It said, "For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also." Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we love you today. We thank you for all your blessings. We thank you, Lord, for the many times you have heard, you've answered prayer. We thank you, Lord, for all that you mean to us. Pray, dear God, that you bless tonight and touch us in this service. Help us, Lord, to be that you'd have us to be. We love you, Lord, and we praise you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. In Jesus' name, amen. There are 3 words that I think are the most unused, misused words in Scripture. They are love, faith, and belief. 3 words the most misused words. Because love, if you believe love like the world is, you love everybody no matter what they do, which is true, and you love what they do. That's what the world says love is. No, you love people, but you don't love what they do.
Amen.
You don't love their sin.
Amen.
You love them, you do anything for them, but you don't love their sin.
That's right.
And but love is misused. You know, if you don't accept what I do, you don't love me. That's the way people look at it. And then people will say, believe. All you got to do is believe. No, it's not true. Just believing is not enough. It takes some action on your belief. Then there's faith. Now, you know, for almost 20 years I've preached to you about faith. Most time I add a F-U-L on the end of it, faithful. Because I feel like it doesn't matter who you are, whether you have no talent or all kind of talent, you can be faithful. Everybody fits into that category of being faithful.
Amen.
You can fit that category. You may not be able to sing a song. You may not be able to preach a sermon. You may not be able to do it. But you can be faithful. And sometimes that's what I have a problem with, because God does things His way. And I see Him use people sometimes that to me they're not faithful. But God uses them. So I don't try to tell God what to do. I just say, God, you're in charge, not me. But I don't know what's happening in their prayer room or prayer closet or what God's doing in their life. So for that reason, I just leave it alone. Because we're so prone to say, well, I know what they did 2 years ago. I know what they did 3 years ago. I know what they did 2 weeks ago. We don't know what God's doing in their life. So I don't question who God uses and how God uses people. I want to talk tonight just a little bit about faith and works. Faith must work. That's simple enough. In other words, I'm not talking about faith works. I'm talking about if you really have faith, you will work. Just that simple. If you really have faith, you will work. A few years ago, I going to take a little while to tell this story. But true story, my first church, we struggled to pay our bills. We struggled to live. It was hard. Not dignifying it, but God blessed us in so many ways. They didn't have a parsonage, and we were able to get a parsonage while we were there, all of these things. So God blessed us, but personally we struggled. And the church struggled. There's very little money coming in and things like that. Now we could get the attendance, but people just didn't have the money. And so we struggled in that line. And so Wanda and I, and you're going to find out how blunt I am right now, they said, "Preacher, let's have chicken dinners." And so we had a chicken dinner. And if anybody by these names here, I'm just throwing names out there. Sister Susie says, "Well, so-and-so could be here. They don't have as much to do as I do, and I'm here." And then Sister Janie would say, "Well, you know, I know them. They're off at the mall doing something instead of over here helping." And finally I got tired of it, and I said, "If y'all don't want to be here, why don't y'all leave?" How's that blunt? You know, that's the reason I get tired of people wanting to say, "Why ain't somebody else doing this?" If they don't want to do it, don't do it. Work should be something we do that we want to.
Yes.
Ida Gibson, one of my favorite people. I run around with her boys, all of that. I found when I went to work in the mill, Ida was there. She said she's getting a break. The sorriest company ever been. They crooked. They cheat you out of your money. And I'd get tired and say, "Ida, how long you been here?" "Oh, 40-some years." I said, "Why did you quit?" Well, there's people just like that. I said, "Why did you quit?" If they're that sorry, why did you quit? That's what people are. They'll work and complain the whole time they're working. In other words, they're working for the wrong reason. I love preaching. I love pastoring. I love those. If I didn't, I wouldn't have done it. I was not mama called. I was not daddy called. It was a calling that God put on my life. I had to do it or not go to heaven. And I wanted to go to heaven. That's the way a calling is supposed to be. And yes, when we have the right frame of mind, we'll love to work. That don't mean it's not hard. That don't mean don't skin your knuckles every once in a while. That don't mean things don't always go right, but you'll work. And at our first church, like I said, I quit having chicken dinners. I don't think I've had a chicken dinner in years. I quit having it. That done me with that church having chicken dinner. But we had a family there, had 10 children. And one and I'd go pick them kids up. Before we pick them up, we'd drive to Fayetteville in Fairmont, North Carolina, and go to Krispy Kreme. We had a Volkswagen, and we'd pick up 100 dozen donuts. And then you could sell donuts for 60 cents a box, make 40 cents, sell them for $1, buy them for 60 cents a box. And so that's what, every week we sold donuts. That's how we made it. Every week, 100 dozen donuts. One time it snowed 16 inches. Our car, my little Volkswagen, was full of donuts. I just cracked the windows. People around there couldn't get out. We sold donuts out of the car. We sold a whole 100. They couldn't get to the supermarket. No, so we sold the donuts. And we made our money right on. And I didn't think nothing about it, you know. Didn't think nothing about it. And Ron Moselle, I know, brother, I'm sure Ron Moselle, a few years later, come to me at camp meeting. He said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, tell me. He said, you remember when you pastored Fairmont years ago? I said, yeah. He was at Lumberton at this time. He said, one of my leading men come to me on Pastor Appreciation Day and said, I was taught a lesson selling donuts. That it was my job to work. As a 10-year-old boy, he learned I'm supposed to work. And he carried that on and become a leading man in the Lumberton Church of God years later. Why? Because he learned a lesson with a box of donuts in his hand, going out and selling them for $1 a box. Wanted to tell you, we'd go down to certain communities and we'd see them in fights. They'd be fighting on the street. I seen one, a man and a woman fighting. And she's clawing his face, and he'd pop her on top of the head, and she'd go down like he'd come right back up and go crawling again. They'd see the preacher, and them kids, they'd stop. Come buy our donuts, we'd go, keep on going. Work. Faith must work, not just think about it. Not just it produces. Faith must be visible. Not just something you talk about. Faith must be visible. Do people know you have faith? Is it visible in your life? How does it become visible? Because you obey certain things and you walk in a certain way and your life becomes visible. If people can't see it, you don't have faith. People need to see it. Not just hear about it, they need to see it in your life and see that you have faith in a higher power, in a God that never fails. They need to see that. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Verbal faith is not enough. A lot of people, they have faith, verbal faith, they talk about it all the time. Faith should inspire action. I have faith in God, therefore I'm going to do what did Abraham do when God spoke to him? He left his kindred. He built altars. Hallelujah. God blessed him. Why? Because God spoke to him and he listened. He'd walk in faith in God. Even though it didn't always look good, he went walking in faith and walking and trusting in God. We need to be people that walk in faith. We need people that live in faith. Faith should be seen in our life and people should know we are a child of God. Faith endures trials because they're going to come. It don't matter who you are or how you live, you're going to go through some things. This modern preaching of, just give and everything's going to work out right, it's hogwash. Old vernacular. It's hogwash. Yes, things going to work out right when you endure. When you keep walking in faith. When you keep living in faith, when you keep trusting in the Lord, yes, I'm going to tell you, faith will cause you to keep going when trials come. Trials come to all of us. I think that's the part of getting old. And I think I'm getting there. Not quite. I'm getting there. But you think back. So many times you tell experiences. But first time I was district overseer, we had a church on the district. The pastor was a fine man. I still see him, know him, he's a good man. But he had a wife. And if anybody in the church that she didn't like got sick, now I'm telling you the truth, got sick, well, the way they live, I understand it. The way they live, they all get sick. The way they live, going, you know what's happened? Now she gets sick, and she won't let nobody know it. She gets in the hospital. You know why? Because she thinks back. They're going to say, hey, what have she done? Because that's the way she lives. She's going to reap what she sowed. A lot of good people get sick.
Amen.
A lot of good people have problems. A lot of good people go through things. A lot of people that live right have problems. That's one thing that's kind of shook my faith just a little bit. I'm honest. I'm transparent with you. Kind of shook my faith a little bit. My wife's never touched a cigarette. She's never tasted alcohol. Yet she's had cancer twice. I don't understand that. If it's going to be somebody get cancer, it shouldn't be me. Shouldn't have been her. That's the way I felt about it. God does what He's doing. He's in charge, not me, and neither are you. We don't understand why people face what they face. When somebody has a problem, don't look and say, well, they deserve it. We all deserve hell. I'm glad I don't get what I deserve. And you better be glad you don't get what you deserve. We deserve hell, but God has been good to us. God has blessed us. God has helped us, and we're alive today, and we're serving Him, and we're living for Him, and we got a lot to be thankful for. Amen. And you're going to face trials. You're going to face tests. Always gets me in a youth program. Every time a boy or a girl breaks up, it's a catastrophe. Oh, they'll hit the altar. And all the world happened. My true love has flown away. And 2 weeks later, they got another true love. I had a boy, and I've told this before, but I was back in North Ashboro. Cookie was there. This girl's still a friend of mine. To this day, I performed her marriage when she got married and everything. Her boyfriend come to me. I see him and talk to him. They're both married to different people. Good thing. But he come to me and said, I love her. Should I do anything in the world for her? I said, listen, I can't make her go with you. She's broke up with you. Leave her. Oh, I wouldn't do. He tried to run over the parking lot with his car. That's the way young people do. They're heartbroken over things like this. It breaks their heart, but they rebound. That's just like going through a trial. Come through. Oh, everybody knows we're going through something. I've seen people walk in the church door, and you knew they kicked the dog before they left home. You knew they were mad. And as old Brother Culpepper used to say, their lip poked out like the front porch. You knew it when they get there. I guess you could say I'm a hypocrite because when I come, I don't care if everything's falling apart. I won't act like nothing's wrong. Because I'm there to worship God. I leave everything else aside. I've told you the story before about Brother McGuire and Sister McGuire. And how she's the one told it. Said they were arguing on the way to church, fussing on the way to church. And said they got to church and said she was supposed to sing. And she sung and the presence of the Lord come down. He preached. They had a great service and everything. So after Sister McGuire was trying to straighten things out because they'd been fussing before they got there. And she said, Brother McGuire said, you sure did preach good this morning. He said, well, I figured if you could sing like a hypocrite, I could preach like one. He was still mad. He hadn't got over it yet. He got over it. He still had that mad spirit on him. We all sometimes have that situation in our life. We need to not let our trials get us down because they're coming. You're going to face them. Things are going to go wrong. Things are not going to be like you want them to be. Things are not going to go as you expect them. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is what one thing bothers some people. If you think we'll never let you down, we'll let you down. They may not mean to. They may do it innocently. But in your heart, they let you down. Matthew probably don't remember this. But he was seeking the baptism. I talked to Greg about it in church. And I was praying with him. And I walked off. So Matthew said to Greg at church, I said, I believe Troy gave up on me. He walked off when he was praying for me. I told Greg, I said, no, I thought I was hindered. Because how close he and I were, I was afraid I was hindered. I thought somebody could hit him. But see, that's the way the devil will do it. The devil turned right around and said, hey, he don't think he will do it bad. That's when he would pray for somebody else. That's the way the devil will do it. He'll turn good things around if you let him. He'll turn people that do good things for you, he'll turn it around if you let him. So trials come, tests come, problems come, situations come. To all of our life. But faith faces them head on. I'm not going to tell you the end result. What I'm talking about, Dallas was with me. Some others were with me. We went whitewater rafting.
Oh, Lord.
If you know what whitewater rafting is, when you get to those rapids, you don't turn sideways. You face them head on. You face those things. You go straight into them. That's the way it is in the ocean. When the ocean gets up that 20-foot wave, they go right into the wave. It may break up over the bow of the boat, but because if you turn sideways, it's going to tip you over. But there was a sign there, said dangerous water. And we didn't see it soon enough. And we got there and that boat went spinning. It throwed me out, throwed Dallas out. I think it threw Johnny out. JT climbed up on a rock. He was the one I was scared to death was drowning. But he was young. He was sitting on a rock watching all this. I was scared to death. I said, I brought that young up, he's going to drown. His mama going to kill me. But what happened, we didn't obey the sign. We should have turned around that, and we didn't go straight into it. And so we got into trouble. A lot of people the same way. When you have a trial, face it. Don't hide from it. Don't run away from it. Face it head on. Go right into it. If God brings you to it, as Tim he'll take you through it. In other words, you got to face things head on. Not run from it. Not act like it's not there. But face it head on. That's what faith will help you to do. Then, number 6, faith obeys the word. If you really got faith, you'll obey what the Bible says. There won't be no question about it. You won't question it. You won't cut this part out or that part out. Sunday morning I'll be preaching for Carl Fosdick. Carl's something else. Carl went into the pulpit one time at the church, not the one where he's at now, and he brought a Bible with him, bought a pair of scissors. He said, I don't agree with this scripture. Cut it out. I don't agree with this scripture. He cut it out. After a while, didn't have hardly anything left. That's where a lot of people are. Well, I don't agree with that, so I won't obey it. Then you wonder why you don't have faith, and why God don't bless you. Faith obeys the word. The word becomes a light to our pathway. The word becomes a way that we follow. No matter what, we obey the word. Because when everything else fails, the word will stand. When our friends forsake us, the word will stand. When our church is not doing right, the word will help us stand. No matter what, we need to obey the word. Let me do like E.O. Moore used to do. Before I said this, I said E.O. Moore used to bend down behind the Bible stand before he say something. He'd look out and peer around the Bible stand. People didn't know E.L. was like that, but I loved that man. He's dead and gone on. And I'm going to tell you something. Faith says we pay our tithe. The Word says we pay our tithes. We don't find excuses to do it. We do it. Faith says we give our offerings. We just do it. Now, what happens to a lot of us? And I see this among older people. They watch this so-called Christian television, and they max out their credit cards to these shysters and can't live. That's not giving. The Bible says He loves a cheerful giver. When you obey the Word, you cheerfully pay your tithes. You cheerfully give your offerings. You're not doing it to be blessed. You're doing it because it's the Word. That's what the Word says. Now, blessing comes along with it. Blessing comes along. But you do it because that's what the Word says. You just say, well, that's what the Bible says. I'm going to do it. That's what faith is. You believe the Word and you live by the Word and you support the work of God and you do the things that God would have you to do. And you go above and beyond the 10% because you want to live by faith and because you love God. You know me. You know how I've done. I'll tell you ahead of time in a revival how much money I want. I don't browbeat you, and I don't know a time we hadn't got what we asked for. I don't like to be browbeat. I'd rather give it myself. I know I've had people in my church who can pass the plate 10 times and give the same thing they give the first time. But you got others that give every one of those times. That's the reason I don't go back again and again. Because I got people who would give every time, give everything they got because they want to obey God. That's the ones I care about. It's the ones that want to obey God and will go over and beyond what they need to do. Faith produces doers, not talkers. We got people who talk about everything. The faith produces doers. Be a doer of the word, not just a hearer. Oh, we hear it, but do we do it? We hear what the word says, but do we do the word? Do we do it? And a lot of people can tell you all what the Bible says. They can tell you exactly the word, exactly like it's supposed to be. They can tell you those things. But do they do them? Are you a doer? Faith will make you a doer. Not just a hearer. Not just a hearer. I love kids, as you know. Love young people. When Mike was in the East Coast, he would come home about every weekend. We had a 3-bedroom parsonage with 1 bathroom. He'd come home and bring 6 people with him. Don't you know how that was on Sunday morning? I'd get up and be gone by 8 o'clock to get out of their way. Because I knew I'd never get in those bathrooms until the girls got in there. And one night, the girls slipped in there in the boys' room and got all their underwear. And put it in the freezer. The next morning, they wet them down, put them in the freezer. Bill Cogle was one of them. He'll tell you about it. You ask him. The next morning, they were trying to find their underwear, and they found them in the freezer. And when I left the house, you could hear, a-whoom, the dryer. They had them in the dryer, trying to thaw them out. And I was on my way to church. Kids are going to be kids. Especially teenagers or older. They're going to be kids. They're going to do things like that. That's not the kind of doer I'm talking about. Faith is more than words. Faith acts wisely. A lot of people get themselves in trouble because they don't act wisely.
That's right.
Faith will help you act wisely. Faith will help you act wisely. I love to give. I want to help everybody that I can. All of this. But I'm not giving away. My family needs food. I'm not going to give my money away to somebody else and let my family do without. Faith acts wisely. One of the wise things you can do is obey the Word of God.
Amen.
Faith acts wisely. Does things wisely. God will lead you in the right way. God will direct you in the way you need to go. God will direct you in things that you want. Most of you don't know, but Brother Richardson, Brother Harold Richardson, he was here. When he passed away and we went to the nursing home, I was very afraid. I didn't like to go where he was. Because if he found out I was anywhere around, he'd get my bill. I appreciated it. But I felt like he needed that money. I appreciated it. And if somebody told him, said, that preacher's got more than you got. He said he may have. He said, he's done so much for me. See that? Done so much for me. I didn't realize I'd done anything for him. That was the way he felt. That was the attitude that he had. He had faith in us. Let me tell you, there's people who have faith in you and confidence in you. Don't let them down.
Amen.
Don't let them down. They shouldn't have just their faith in you, but don't let them down. Don't let them down. I'll tell this now. It happened a long time ago when Brother Richard was here. We had a girlfriend. She came to church with him. She came to me and said, I got to go to the doctor. She said, would you give me the money it takes to get the doctor? I said, well, he won't let me come unless I have $75. I said, give me your doctor's name. Well, I wrote the check out, the church check out, to the doctor. I didn't write that to her. I wrote the check out to the doctor. Well, she took white out, marked out the doctor, and wrote cash in there. Carried it to the bank. You know, Lisa's over here at the bank. Lisa saw that. She picked up the phone and called me. I said, don't cash it. I'll come get it. Oh, she told me all that. I said, well, I've lost Harold. No, Harold lost her. I didn't see her no more. Harold lost her. A lot of people that been done with me. Harold lost her. He knew I was doing what was right. He knew I was doing what was right. He knew I was doing things the way they're supposed to be done. Let me tell you, people have faith in you. People have confidence in you. You need to be careful. You need to act wisely. Faith produces separation from the world.
Yes.
Faith produces separation from the world. And submission to God. What are you submitting to? What do you submit to? Then we're living in a world. I'm trying to come to a close. I don't want to do like I did a few weeks ago and preach an hour. I think I've been up here a little bit better than 30 minutes now. Faith waits patiently. No matter what you're going through, we just patiently wait upon the Lord. Wait on God to answer. Wait on God to meet our need. Wait on God. Hallelujah. Oh, we ain't got time to have patience. I know I have a problem with patience. I'll admit it. I have a problem with patience. Wanda knows what I say about patience. She'll say to me, you need to have some patience. I said, I'm not a doctor. Doctors have patience. That's me. I have a hard time with patience. I'll admit it. I have a hard time with being patient, waiting on things. I want it now. Don't tell me you're a fast food place and tell me to wait 10 minutes. I'll leave. If I want to go sit down at a nice restaurant, I don't mind waiting a little bit. If I go to McDonald's, go through the drive-thru, I expect them when I ride up there, they'll hand it out the window. You're fast food, be fast. But we need to be patient in trials. Patient in tests. We need to be patient in all things. And then, with all that's going on, and everybody saying, what's going to happen next? We need to wait patiently, because the Lord's coming.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yes, you said that.
The Lord's coming. Hallelujah. We need to wait patiently. He said He was coming. He said it. He's told us about it. I don't care how many people say it's not so. He's coming, just like He said. He's coming exactly like He said. And we need to wait patiently on that. That's what we need patience for, is to wait on the Lord. We need to be patient to wait on God. As you know, Wanda's been going through some things. And I cannot stand right now. I'm very protective right now. I can't stand when I think somebody's doing her wrong. And Monday, we went to the hospital. This sweet little nurse came in there. She said, "We have messed up." Said, "You're not supposed to." I said, "You told us to be here." "Oh, I know we told you to." But I said, but they said, "We've changed our mind." Didn't tell us about it. She said, "It's on the book that you're supposed to be here." But said, "We've changed our mind. And we don't want you here today." Well, I probably lost my sanctification. Because I said, "I'm going to tell you what." I said, "It's not the first time I've done this." I said, "It's 40 minutes up here. I want gas money." I said, "I want gas money. I'm tired of being done like this." You told me, we got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to be there when they said. And then they say, "Hey, we decided we should come today." Well, anyway, she went and they made an appointment. They changed things. She went through everything. She went through all of it. And they set us up another appointment today. And buddy, they were there ahead of time today. I said, "It's awful. You have to get angry sometimes to get results." But that little lady come in there. I stopped her. I said, "Young lady," I said, "I know it's not your fault what happened the other day." And I said, "I apologize for my tone." I didn't apologize for what I said. I said, "I apologize for my tone." Because I meant what I said. And I didn't apologize for that. I meant exactly what I said. I apologize for my tone. She said, "That's all." She said, "You were right. You were right." So, in some things, I'm not very patient. I'll admit it. Some things I need to have more patience. But every day, I get up in the morning and I say, "Well, it didn't come last night. It may come today."
That's right.
Hallelujah. I'm watching for Him. I was watching for Him when I lay down. I'm watching for Him when I get up. I'm just waiting patiently on the Lord. That's the way I do when I go through a trial. That's the way I go when I go through a problem. That's the way I go when I go through a situation. I just wait patiently on the Lord. That's what we need to do. That's where that spirit of patience needs to be in our life, to help us to be patient, to wait on the Lord, because what He said, He will do.
Every time he preaches, I get a good education. Y'all notice that me and Brother Troy have a lot in common when it comes to a sense of humor. I don't know if I've learned how to pick as good as he does, but I'm pretty much close. Him talking about patience. Matthew can confess. He's watched me get upset. Brenda's watched me get upset with a pharmacist one time. I think I put the fear of God in him, and I didn't ever raise my voice because they kept lying to her about me. But I'm so thankful tonight of the subject that he shared on. It's something that's been in my crawl for quite a while. You can call it that. Something that Matthew's gotten his crawl for the last couple of weeks. In fact, before he came over here tonight, he was preaching. I don't know if it was him or to me or his mama, but he was preaching about the very thing that, we need to quit talking and start doing.
Yes, amen.
Faith produces doers.
Right.
Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. And I am so thankful. We've got a lot of doers around here.
Yes, you do.
We really do. And I appreciate you so very much for being here on this Wednesday evening. Thank you so much for your continued support of the church and for all that you do to make an impact for the kingdom of God in this area and where you live in your neighborhoods and all that you're doing for the kingdom of God. Because there's one thing for sure. What you do for eternity, you'll enjoy for eternity.
Right.
It's what that counts. So let's keep these things in mind. Let's meditate on His Word. Let's be doers of the Word and not hearers only. If you would stand to your feet tonight, again, thank you for being here. Thank you, Brother Troy.